at Anfield. Sort of saying there's 6.
Yeah, we won 6, yeah. That's right.
Some people look at that as a sign that maybe you're losing your cool.
I was never cool. Do you know what was cool? Because we won. The people who won is so cool. They're so handsome. They're so nice.
What is he talking about? Hit the like and the share button, people. City are in meltdown right now. City are in meltdown. Not just their manager talking about being so cool, so nice, and so handsome, bantering fans. It's widespread across the whole team and the club. And we're going to go into why. But let's take a little bit more of a listen here to Pep Guardiola.
And when you don't win, it's completely the opposite. But it's the same.
See, Jose Mourinho famously did this, meaning he had won 3 Premier League ones. I don't know if you remember that. And so people are comparing the way in which you responded to Jose that day, which some people think that was the beginning.
That laugh, that smile and that laugh is pain. Pain.
The end for Jose at United.
I hope not in my case. At the end, we were quite similar like Jose. But he won 3, I won 6. But it's the same. So we are together. So in that situations. So it's just to make feel our fans that we are much, much better than the people can think about that. So
look, he lost his cool. And I understand why he lost his cool. But I think for Man City to get back to their brilliant best, part of it is the manager staying cool, calm and collected through the adversity. It's very, very important indeed. I think they'll beat Nottingham Forest tonight. They'll get that done. They'll end this kind of 7-game rot. But there's still some really big challenges along the way. But part of this is also the Man City fans getting back to their best. I fervently believe that there are times to show discontent, times to show a little bit of anger. But you've got to stay composed by and large. City fans have been amazing for their football club in the last 8 years. They've remained resolute, they've remained positive, rarely criticised, even when there's been moments to. It's no coincidence to me that when things start going wrong on the pitch, then a fire breaks out amongst the fans, then the media starts piling on. It can be harder to control the situation. Just take a look at some of the stuff that's been posted online by City fans. For instance, this account here says, I'm done with spaces now. Sorry, but people are being abusive to each other, and I get people are angry and upset, but people want me to go away. Fine, I will go away. Tonight alone, I've been called a main road CUNT. Part of the issue, and it's okay to be threatened as it's emotions, apparently. Sorry, but I do this for love, not to be abused or listen to others being abused. I've been accused of not accepting foreign fans by people, and also I only accept foreign fans by others, so I can't win. I've also seen big accounts here slamming Simpson Pussy. Shouldn't be playing for the club. No serious club plays a slow 18-year-old kid in defence. Not buying the academy grads' age nonsense. Young players being slammed. Young players being attacked. Young players being absolutely abused for no reason. Phil Foden here posting an Instagram picture of him winning the PFA award last year. This is very Man United. Our players do things like this when they're going through bad moments. The social media posts, the PR posts, and we were sick of it. I didn't think a club like City would do this. City fans posting out to remind everyone that Birmingham City spent more on transfers last summer than Manchester City. As though we're all going to forget the hundreds of millions they've invested in salaries and in transfers to build this current squad that they have. And on top of that, the media have been slamming Liverpool fans for singing You're Getting Sacked in the morning. It wasn't that long ago that City fans were singing the exact same song to Jurgen Klopp. There is an absolute meltdown currently within the sort of Manchester City world. I understand the frustration. The main reason I'm calling this out is I think if you guys are going to get back on track, the fan base have got to come together. I say that about all clubs, so my energy is the same. Secondly, I wanted to point out Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, our clubs have been dragged through the mire for being negative when we've been down in the dumps. Some of our clubs have been down in the dumps for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, nearly 20 in some cases, and get ripped into by the likes of City fans saying, be more positive, stand behind your team. They go through 1 month of adversity and they're abusing each other, slamming their youth products, doing the PR posts, got their media friends defending them left, right and centre, and got their manager scratching his balls on TV, ripping chunks out of his face, and now making weird jokes about being so cool and so handsome. I'm enjoying the meltdown, I'm not going to lie. But City fans, honestly, I know you're broken right now. I know you feel finished right now. Maybe you are. But I think you need to wise up a little bit. Now, moving on from that, I want to play you a clip here from TalkSport. This was X. I watched it and I laughed. I then researched it. And interesting what I found. Take a little listen to my bro here, X.
But the thing is, yeah, I think as much as you're talking about their positive football, yeah, it's their negative football that look at what we did to City 4-0, yeah. Arsenal could have done the same thing to Man City, you know, if they didn't look to...
Do you hear Tony Bellew there? He went nasty. I wouldn't say it to Bellew's face. He's like, geezer, but he went nasty stuff. Did he say nasty stuff? I want to make sure I heard that right. Let me just rewind it again.
Talking about their positive football, yeah. It's their negative football that look at what we did to City 4-0, yeah. He did. Arsenal could have done the same thing to Man City, you know, if they didn't look to park the bus, even when they went down to 10 men. But Arteta, when he goes up, look, even West Ham, 5, they scored all...
Again, where I disagree with X on this is that there's no way Arsenal could have been more attacking against that City team. City weren't playing as badly then as they are now. It's got systematically worse over the course of the season. But I hear him to a certain degree.
The goals in the first half. You get me? When's Arteta, he literally shuts down. Do you know what I mean? The man closes down like Debenhams and Woolworths, fam. That's it. As soon as he's got a couple goals, that's what he does. He closes down. And then they rely on set pieces.
Is that a strength, though?
It can be a strength, but like you saw, look at when City came back and got the 2-2 draw at the Etihad. If they just carried on playing their football, they would have beat City about 5-something.
See, I disagree. They would have beaten them by that. If it was 11v11, I think Arsenal would have carried on playing their football and maybe scored more. They had to go defensive, in my personal opinion. Would Spurs have won 4-0? If they were 2-1 up at half time and went down to 10 men, would that game have gone the same? I don't think it would have done, personally. But we can all agree to disagree on that. But I did some research onto Arsenal being negative. And this shocked me. I'm going to read this out to you now. Arsenal have scored the same amount of goals as top of the table Liverpool and free-flowing attacking Chelsea this season. And 4 more goals than defending champions Manchester City. The only side that scored more than Brighton, who are 4th. The only team that scored more than them in that top area is Spurs, who of course have conceded a lot more. On top of that, in 2024, the calendar year, no team in the Premier League has scored more goals than Arsenal. So I asked the question, are Arsenal by and large negative? They definitely went for a real negative period when the injuries and the suspensions were in play. I criticised him for that as well. But his overarching view that Arsenal are negative, I'm not sure exists. Now, I know I'm going to get stick here for defending Arsenal, but it isn't about defending Arsenal. It's about the truth. And now I'm posing a question. What do you all think and what do you all feel about that? Now, moving on, I wanted to play this video for you because it was an interesting one. This is Craig Hope talking about Ruben Amorim. Take a little listen here.
I'm not having this. I'm really not. Come on. He says that don't sing my name and support the players. By singing a manager's name, by extension, that is a support of the players. It's creating a good vibe inside a stadium. And I tell you guys, when he's got to start worrying for real is when they aren't singing his name or when they're singing for him to go. If I was him, for now, I would embrace it. I would enjoy it. I would encourage supporters to sing it, not tell them to stop.
See, this is Craig Hope here, who, by his accent, what is he, a Newcastle fan, Sunderland, something like that? I don't know. I'm going to go with Newcastle as a guess. Journalists are looking for reasons to hate Ruben Amorim. They're looking for what can we find? And we play Arsenal tonight. We're going to preview that more on Straight Facts later. I'm nervous about the game. I don't want to get beat. We probably will, though, if we're being honest. If we don't, you're going to see me celebrate so hard. I can't wait. But people are looking for reasons to start to pick him apart. And we all know what Ruben Amorim is saying here. And that's very much, I know these players are lacking confidence. I know these players are struggling. Please don't sing about me right now. I've done nothing for you. Sing about the players. Give them the encouragement. Make them feel better. I kind of get Craig Hope's point that if they sing the manager's name by proxy, they're supporting the team. But Man United are not in that space. And this is where, again, I see this as poor journalism. I see this as poor punditry, bad education for the fans, because you're ignoring United's situation and context completely. The manager knows that our players are fragile when it comes to confidence. Once we went 2-0 up against Everton, completely different team, completely different side. And that's because these players have, rightly, their fault or somebody else's or a combination, don't care the reason right now, but they have been through the mire and they are vulnerable. And until this squad gets rejuvenated over the next 2 to 3 seasons, Amorim knows that he needs to get the best out of them, and confidence is key. So when I see this kind of attack from the mainstream media, I just think it's so poor. It's so shallow. It's as shallow as a worm's grave, genuinely, because you're ignoring the Man United context of the situation. And this is the problem when it comes to football punditry. You'll see a new manager coming at Liverpool, a new manager coming at Man United, and everyone goes, both in a rebuild. It's too generic, bruv. It's too vague. Taking over from Jurgen Klopp is not the same as taking over from United and Ten Hag in this situation. The same as when Pep leaves and when Arteta leaves. Like better example is Arteta. When Arteta leaves Arsenal, say it's the end of this season, whether he wins or not is irrelevant. Say he leaves at the end of this season. The manager coming in isn't going to be given, or shouldn't be given, another 5 years rebuild because he's a new manager. He should be given the same expectations that Arteta has got this season straight away, because that team is good enough, the structure is built, the culture is good, the work ethic is there. And the reason I use that as an example is it's the same here. You can't judge Amorim for saying, don't sing for me now, sing for the players, the same as you would Pep if he said it today, or Arteta if he said it today, because the situations at the club are different. And that's the one thing about the punditry that annoys me in the UK, is we never want to look at the context when it suits us. So look, I'm backing Amorim here. I think he's absolutely right. Let's get behind these players. Let's give them all the support we can, even if they're not your favourite players. Just get behind them, because for the short term, that is needed. As ever, my people, you know how much I appreciate you tuning in. Please hit the like button before you leave. Make sure you are subscribing, and we will see you all 4 p.m. today on Straight Facts. See you soon. Peace.